Hey everyone, so I filmed a tutorial of sorts for the makeup that I'm wearing here. It is using Diva by MAC, which is one of my all-time favorite lipsticks as of recently. I'm wearing it now, obviously. It's just a really rich, deep burgundy. So I started the video already having my foundation done and my eyebrows. The foundation I'm wearing in the video is the Revlon Colorstay Whipped. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I'm kind of just using it up before I buy something else, but it's okay. So I used that, and then I used, and I put that on with my Real Techniques buffing brush. I think this is the buffing brush, yeah. And then I just used a L'Oreal eyeshadow in Deep Mocha, which is this here, for my eyebrows. And then I applied a little bit of CO Bigelow Rose Salve to my lips. So yeah, that was all I did before. I just kind of did that for time's sake. And yeah, everything else I do in the video, I'm either gonna do a voiceover or add music or something or other to the clips of me actually doing the makeup. Yeah, I think that's all that I really had to say, so...
Okay, so I'm starting with a NARS blush in the shade Luster, which is like a shimmery apricot color, and I'm applying that with my Real Techniques blush brush. I really like this shade for when I don't really know what shade of blush to wear with whatever lipstick I'm wearing, because I find that it really transcends between a lot of different shades of lipstick and still looks really flattering or complimentary. So I highly, highly recommend that. It's my favorite NARS blush. I'm now taking a Bobbi Brown bronzing powder, I think in the shade medium, again with the Real Techniques brush. If I say anything incorrectly or if I forget the name or shade of a product, everything that I use will be listed in the information bar down below as usual. So if you're curious or if I mess anything up, then please check that for more information. And I'm taking my eyeshadow primer now. This is the Laura Mercier Eye Basics in Wheat, which is a color that matches my skin tone. They do have multiple colors. This is my favorite eyeshadow primer. It really makes my eyeshadow last all day. It makes all of my eyeshadows really show up true to color, and it really makes them pop. And I just prefer it over NARS or Urban Decay. I also like that it's a little bit concealing because I do have some discoloration around my eyelids. I'm also running that under my eye because I will be applying quite a bit of eyeshadow underneath the eye. I'm going to start with eyeshadow and my MAC 239 brush, which is extremely dirty. Please forgive me, don't judge me, like I didn't wash it before this video. And I'm going to take MAC Woodwinked Eyeshadow, which is like a golden bronzy color. I really like this eyeshadow for just like all over the lid. It really complements blue eyes really well, I think. So if you have blue eyes and you don't have this eyeshadow, what are you doing with your life? Reevaluate your choices. It's absolutely beautiful in texture, pigmentation, everything. It's just like the ultimate. So I highly, highly recommend that. And I'm just taking that all over the lid with the 239 brush. And now I'm going in with my Sigma E40 or E60. Again, check the information bar because I'm not responsible enough to check all of my information before this video. And I'm taking Wedge by MAC, which is a shade that's just a few shades darker than my natural skin tone. So I really like this for blending out whatever shadows are on the lid, just kind of like a transition color. So if you're like NC20 to NC30, and you're looking for a good shade to blend out your other eyeshadows with, I highly recommend Wedge by MAC. So I'm also going to be taking Wedge on the 239 brush again, just on the tip of the brush, and I'm going to run that underneath the course of my eye. I like quite a smoky look underneath the eye. I just think that it adds a lot of subtle definition, and I like that look better than just like a harsh line of liner underneath the eye. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea because I do make it quite thick underneath the eye. This is just like my personal preference for defining my eyes. So I'm going to be taking the MAC 239 brush again, as you can see here, still dirty. And I'm going to take Carbon by MAC, which is a matte black eyeshadow. And I'm just going to tap my brush in and run that underneath the eye as well, just to add a little bit more definition. Carbon is not my favorite matte black eyeshadow. I feel like it is kind of gray in comparison to like the NARS one that comes in the duo, or like the Urban Decay Perversion, perhaps. I don't even know. It just, I don't know, I wish it was a little bit more dramatic. I'm now taking the e.l.f. angled liner brush to apply my gel liner, which is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour gel liner, excuse me. This is a really great, it's in black, obviously, if you couldn't tell. But this is a really great drugstore gel liner. I think it was like $9 at Target when I bought it, and I definitely prefer this one over the popular Maybelline version. I just find that it's really dark, it's really dramatic, and it's also really creamy, so it's easy to apply. And if you want to smudge it out so that it's not so precise, you have like a good time frame to do so before it sets. Once it sets, I find that it lasts not 24 hours, obviously, but I say that it lasts me all day, like when I go to work or anything like that. So yeah, I highly recommend this if you're looking for a drugstore gel liner. And I'm just applying that across the lid. I'm not winging it out or anything, so just kind of like standard eyeliner fashion. Nothing fancy. Yeah, voiceovers are really awkward. This is literally my 18th take of trying to record a voiceover, and it's so much harder than like actually sitting down and talking to the camera. I'm not sure why, but maybe it's because I'm watching myself and trying to talk at the same time. It's really weird. So I apologize if this is awkward or, you know, like not something that you feel like listening to. And I just smudged the liner out underneath my eye just a little bit, just because I don't want a harsh line underneath the eye. I'm now going in with my Shu Uemura eyelash curler and curling my lashes. Pretty standard. I just pump it a few times, and yeah. The mascara that I'm going to be using is the Maybelline Colossal Cat Eyes Mascara. This is actually a really great mascara. I'm usually not a huge fan of Maybelline mascaras. I'm not exactly sure what it is with their formula, but my lashes are extremely hard to curl and extremely hard to stay curled. I find that sometimes I even have to use like waterproof mascara just to keep my eyelashes curled. And with Maybelline mascaras, I'll apply it, and for the first 10 minutes, I'm like, wow, look at my lashes, they look fabulous. And then, you know, within 10 minutes, they're straight as a board, and I'm like, well, that was useless. But this one I find actually works pretty well, and I normally don't gravitate towards curved brushes on mascara, although I think those are the type of brushes that are supposed to maintain a curl. I'm not even sure. I could be completely irresponsible by saying that, but I normally don't gravitate towards them because I find that they're a little bit more difficult to apply than like your standard straight mascara wand. And I'm just too lazy for that. Anything that requires like 2.5 extra seconds of work for me is just like too much to ask. But this one, it's really easy to apply, and I think that it gives like a really nice, long, wispy eyelashes, as the name like cat eyes would suggest. Yeah, this is probably my favorite Maybelline mascara that I've ever tried. I don't like the original Colossal, so I was a little bit hesitant to try it, but I don't know if it's the wand or something different in the formula, but I really, really have been loving this mascara. So I applied that to upper and bottom eyelashes, and now I'm going in with my Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner pencil in 0, and I'm just going to tightline my eyes. So be prepared for any like awkward or mildly disgusting faces that I'm about to make. This is probably one of like the most awkward makeup tricks to watch. See, like this face. This is not an attractive face. I can't believe I'm putting this on the internet. I really hope no one's computer like freeze framed that shot right there, because that would be mildly embarrassing. I'm now taking the lip liner that I'm going to be using for this look, which is Burgundy by MAC. My absolute favorite lip liner. I honestly think that every video that I have made to date, I have mentioned this lip liner. And I'm just wiping off a little bit of excess lip balm here, so that's that. But yeah, I think I have talked about this lip liner more than like any other product in any of my videos. It's just like the perfect berry wine color. And since that tends to be my favorite shade of lipstick, I find that it complements a lot of different lipsticks. Revlon Mac Cherry, Mac Diva, Mac Media, just a ton of other lipsticks that I own that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. I wear this more than any other lip liner that I own. So if you are looking for a good burgundy toned lip liner, or if you really want to try like a vampy lip look, I definitely recommend starting with MAC Burgundy. I'm just filling in my lips with the lip liner. I just find that this helps my lipstick last all day long, and just it makes it look more even and makes the lipstick show up more opaque, I think. So I just prefer doing this rather than like the standard lining the lips and then adding lipstick. So I'm just kind of touching up areas of my lips to create a nice even base for the lipstick that I'm about to apply so that I don't have any patchiness and I just have a nice opaque coverage. And if you couldn't tell by the title of this video, the lipstick that I'm using is Diva by MAC, which is just like the ultimate wine, berry, whatever you would like to call it. It is the ultimate lipstick. And I actually bought this as per recommendation of two of my favorite YouTubers, Avery and Daisy. Both of their channels will be linked down below. This lipstick is just the lipstick of the hour. It is literally sex in a tube, and I'm so glad that both of them had talked about it in a video because it is just probably my favorite lipstick that I have ever used. So I just applied that straight from the bullet, and now I'm touching up any imperfections. And yeah, this is kind of what the finished look looks like. And this is kind of something that I would wear on a daily basis. So I guess this is like an everyday makeup look for me. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!